This video is kindly being sponsored by Skillshare. The first 1,000 people to sign up using the link below will get a Skillshare premium trial for free. Yes people, what is going on? Today we're talking about how to decide on internship and or grad scheme offers, i.e. which company you should work for if you have two different offers. A few things we're going to touch on, all timestamped below: company brand, division brand, exit opportunities, salary, is it the area that you're most interested in, learning opportunities, and success rate / likely to convert. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, first and foremost, the company brand. This is very important. If you've got an internship offer from say Goldman Sachs and you've got an internship offer from another investment bank who doesn't have as much prestige attached to the name, or isn't as reputable in the industry, this plays a big factor or a big role in enhancing your CV's value when it comes to applying to other companies later on. Everyone knows Goldman Sachs, they know they're a very prestigious organization, everyone knows they're a leader in the world of investment banking, so it stands out and it makes you look good if you can say you've worked for Goldman Sachs. Compare that to a company that no one's really heard of or doesn't have as big of a reputation or a brand name. It's not going to help you as much as that brand power that the Goldman Sachs logo or the Goldman Sachs brand has. So keep that in mind when you're deciding which offer to go for, or which graduate scheme or which internship to say yes to and which one to say no to. An example I'll give you. So when I was at university, I had an offer for the 10-week summer internship at Goldman's, and I had an offer for private banking at Barclays. Now I was going to go for the Barclays one. Obviously I thought to myself, Barclays is a great investment bank, and I thought Goldman's is more elite, it's more prestigious, it's going to be harder to convert. But I thought about the brand name and I thought, what, this one is probably more, it's going to do a lot more in terms of brand power on my CV and reputation and all of that stuff. So I ended up going for the Goldman one. In hindsight, I think I made the right decision. Barclays is a great bank, I'm not taking anything away from it, but personally I think Goldman is more reputable in the industry. The next thing you want to think about is the brand of the division that you're applying to, or the division that you have an offer for. So let's say you've got a offer for an internship within the investment banking division and you've got an offer for the operations division. Front office roles, asset management, sales and trading, investment banking division. These areas tend to have more of an attractive, for lack of a better word, brand reputation compared to back office roles. Why? Because oftentimes it's harder to break into front office roles. You might, have had to work harder, gone through a more rigorous interview process, competed with more people because more people apply to these roles. And secondly, working in the front office requires longer hours. It means you need to be going into an area that is more competitive compared to some of the back office areas. Obviously, back office areas aren't easy, it's difficult, it has its own challenges. Front office areas tend to have more of a positive brand association compared to back office roles. And that's something that has happened throughout the industry. Personally, I think people in the back office work just as hard, if not harder, than those in the front office. But naturally in the industry, people look at the front office as more of, oh wow, it's more impressive compared to the back office. So if you've got an internship in the back office and you've got an internship in the front office, think about which one looks better on your CV. Don't get it twisted. You should always focus on something that you enjoy doing and something that you feel is aligned with your strengths and weaknesses and your characteristics as a person. And this brings me on to the next point, which is exit opportunities. So typically when you're working in the front office, you can have better exit opportunities than working in the back office. So that's something to consider. Exit opportunities. What do you want to do later on? Do you want to go into private equity? Do you want to go and work for a hedge fund? Well, typically you don't really move from operations or finance or human resources into a private equity firm. You typically do that from working in investment banking division or asset management or sales and trading. So the exit opportunities from the internships that you have at hand, which one has the better exit opportunities? Ask yourself and then use that to decide which one to go for. Before we carry on, it's that time of the video where I need to introduce today's video sponsor, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious individuals. In fact, I've had a Skillshare account for over a year. I've banged out so many different classes, from video editing, design in Figma, mobile app development, so on and so forth. I've actually created 4 classes of my own covering CVs, cover letters, asset management, and the various divisions of an investment bank. In addition to my classes, there are thousands of classes that you can access to help you develop your curiosity, design skills, marketing, entrepreneurship, so on and so forth. Legit, you name it, there's probably a class on Skillshare for you to check out. Skillshare is great because it's specifically created for learning. This means no ads throughout any of the classes, which is always a bonus. In addition, one subscription allows you to access all of the classes on the platform. Best of all, creators like myself are regularly creating premium classes every so often. The first 1,000 people to hit the link in the video description below will get a month-long free trial to Skillshare Premium. So you can access all of the classes that I've mentioned and explore even more in your own spare time. And it goes without saying that you can cancel at any time, so you don't need to spend a penny if you don't want to. Salary, this is somewhat important, but I wouldn't say you should put too much importance on this, because as an intern, as a graduate, you know, your salary shouldn't be the one factor that makes you decide on which offer you go for, because you're at the early point of your career, you're still figuring things out. You know, you should focus on your salary later on, but it shouldn't be the deciding factor between two offers. If you've got two offers in the front office, they're probably going to be very similar in terms of their base salaries. Bonuses might differ by a few grand, but that shouldn't be the be all and end all. So I wouldn't really pay too much attention on salary. All of that will grow and increase later on. So at this stage, as an intern or a graduate, focus on everything else that I'm saying. So disregard the salary factor. Why? Because at the end of the day, a couple grand difference isn't going to make your career or break your career. It's more important to focus on the option or the internship or the grad scheme that is going to give you a better future career trajectory, as opposed to one that is going to lock you in and not provide good exit opportunities. It's not going to have strong brand reputation, so on and so forth. Next thing you should think about when deciding which offer to go for your internship or grad scheme is, if you've got two offers and they're in two completely different areas, which area do you want to work in? Say you've got an investment banking division offer and you've got a sales and trading offer. One, the IBD, the hours are longer, sales and trading a bit shorter, but you need to be in the office earlier. But the most important thing is, do you want to work in investment banking division? Do you want to work on mergers and acquisitions? Do you want to work on IPOs, so on and so forth? Or do you want to be deep into the financial markets? Do you want to be trading? Do you want to be making markets for clients? Do you want to be a salesperson? Which one do you truly want to do? Or let's say you've got an offer for finance and you've got an offer for human resources. Which one is more interesting to you? Which one do you align more with? Which one are you better suited for? Which one do you see yourself building a long career in? So ask yourself, if you've got two different offers, which one do you really want to do? Even if one is more attractive and has the brand reputation and has good exit opportunities, if you believe that you want to pursue a career in the other option, then go for that. It's a clear winner if you know you want to pursue a career in that field. All right, second to last point, which one has more learning opportunities? You always want in your career your learning curve to be steep. You want it to be constantly challenging you. If you don't, if it ever gets flat for too long, you're going to get bored, you're not going to be learning, and you're probably going to look elsewhere for a new opportunity, or you're going to want to leave the current job. So which one do you think has a steep learning curve? Where can you learn the most? Whatever two offers you have, they're both probably going to have lots of learning opportunities, but think long term. Think in the next 3, 5, 10 plus years, where will you end up if you end up taking one role compared to the other role? Which one will provide more of a challenge, more of an interesting career, and more learning opportunities? Because at the end of the day, in your career, you want to learn as much as you can. You want to be constantly challenged, and you want to be always going into work not expecting the same thing over and over again, because then that will get repetitive and that will get boring. And last but not least, say you've got two offers for an internship. You want to think about which one are you more likely to convert into a full-time offer. You want to be tactical and strategic at the same time, because you don't want to do an internship where there's a very low success rate and not many interns get a grad scheme offer. Yes, it's good to challenge yourself, but also keep in mind you want to be safe. You want to have a safety net. You want to graduate with an offer. So keep that in mind. Do your research around how many people typically convert their internship with that firm into a full-time offer. If you are confident you're going to get other offers, or you're not too worried about the success rate, then you should go for whichever one is most interesting to you, whichever one you think makes sense based on the previous things that I've talked about, and then you should just go for that. But always keep in mind, you're doing an internship. It's like a 10-week interview. At the end of the day, at the end of the internship, you want to convert that into a grad scheme. One internship is going to be harder than the other to convert, so that's something worth keeping in mind before deciding on which internship to go for. If you made it to the end of the video, yes, you know it, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Leave a comment down below with any questions. Let me know what's your current situation. If you've had that dilemma of two offers but you don't know which one to go for. And in the meantime, check out some of these videos for more on internships, grad schemes, all of that good stuff. Until next time, peace.